Hello and welcome on G&T Creator YouTube channel. Today I'll show you how we can use the page object model and what is the page factory in Selenium. By the way, I have a video of a framework creation from scratch. It will be easier for you to understand the flow if you watch that video first. Let's jump right in and open our framework. I already have a feature file and step definitions with a singleton design pattern from my previous video. Let's add some simple logic. Let's open our Google feature. It's right here. And let me explain what we're gonna do. So we're just going to open our google.com URL. We need to locate two elements, this input and Google search button. So in input we will provide iPhone word, then hit Google search and do the simple assertion here, right? So let's, in our google.feature file, let's add some couple more steps. So we already have given user is on another Google page. When a user enters iPhone in the search bar, user enters iPhone in the search bar, and user clicks Google search. Then the title is supposed to contain iPhone. The title supposed to contain iPhone. Okay, then let's create the step definitions by dry run through the runner class. So here is our runner. We need to change dry run to true. Tag is work in progress, and let's just create our step definitions. Okay, so we see they are created here. We need to just copy them, open our Google step defs, and add them right here. Delete the internal part in each step. So what is the regular flow of creating, of working without a page object model in Selenium, right? So we need to locate an element by XPath. Let's open our Chrome, come back to the mail google.com URL, and we need two elements. Let's do the right click and inspect on the our main URL. So here on filter we need to press Command plus F. This is the field where we can find elements by XPath. So I know that this text area, it always has the unique name Q. So how can we find that? We can just type text area at name equal to Q. So we'll always want to make sure that the element is unique, 1 of 1, right? So as we can see right here, it is unique, 1 of 1. Let's just copy that, come back to our IntelliJ, and on this user enters iPhone on the search bar, let's just work without a page object model. So it's going to be driver dot get driver dot find element by XPath, and let's provide our XPath right here. So what we need to do, so here we just find the element itself, but we need to send keys iPhone, right? So dot send keys right here, and the word is gonna be iPhone. Okay, this is just one step. The second step is we need to click on Google search button. So let's go back to our page. So Google search right here, let's inspect it. So this page contains two Google search buttons. One is hidden right now and the second is visible. So how we can find that? Let's do it this way. First of all, it is input. input, where we can find it by value. So add value equals to Google search right here. And as we can see, is one of two. So one is when I'm pointing to this element is not visible on the page right now, but when I click enter, it's find the second one. The second one is visible right here. So we can mention that we only want to find the second one by adding this number 2 in the end. Okay, so yes, one of one, that's exactly what we need right here. Let's come back to our IntelliJ and driver dot get driver dot find element by xpath, and let's provide our xpath right here. So we don't need to send keys to the button, we need to do the click dot click. Okay, and then just the simple assertion. So as we can see in the browser, when we type iPhone and hit enter, the title contains iPhone. That's what we need to assert. So how can we do that? First of all, let's create a string. Let's name it actual title, and save the actual title there, right? So driver dot get driver dot get title. So it's going to be the actual title of the page. Then let's save our word. So it's going to be string expected word, and let's save the word iPhone lowercase, and then simple assertion, assert that assert true, and let's send the message first. So title verification failed. So this message will appear in our console if the test will fail. So, and the condition itself. So what is the condition? We need to check that actual title contains expected word. That contains expected word. Okay, and let's come back to our runner. Set dry run to false, because we don't need to generate anything. We just need to run the actual test. Let's trigger it by clicking the run runner. So as you can see, it opens the actual browser, and it goes to this page, and that is doing the assertion. As we can see, everything is passed, so we're good. So everything works, but what if we need to use the same web elements in many test cases? So let's say 10 or 20 times, and the path was changed in document object model. In this case, we need to go back manually to each step and change that path manually. But there is a better solution, right? It is a page object model. So let me show you how it works. In pages, let's create the new Java class and name it Google Page. Okay, so I have pages right here. Yeah, so first let me comment out these steps right here. We don't need them anymore. In pages, let's create the new Java class and let's name it Google Page and hit return. Okay, so let me create the page class first, and then I will explain what do we need here and why do we need it. Okay, so it's going to be a public Google Page. So inside is going to be a PageFactory dot init elements, and inside is going to be a driver dot get driver comma this. So Google Page, this is a constructor for Google Page class. Constructors are special methods in a class that are called when an object of the class is created. So in this case, it is a constructor for page object class. So PageFactory right here. PageFactory init elements. This line initialized the elements of the Google Page class. So the PageFactory is a class in Selenium that provides an initialization mechanism for page objects. So the init elements method initializes the elements of a class and is used to locate elements using the annotations. So driver get driver, this is our WebDriver instance, right? And this, the keyword right here, so in this context of the init elements method, this refers to the current instance of the Google Page class. So it means that the elements on the Google page will be initialized based on the WebDriver instance obtained from the driver get driver, right? So this is the basic initialization process of the page object model. And then let's just add those two elements we found before. So we need to use this annotation find by, hit return. So let's me create the name first. So it's gonna be the public web element main input, and in find let me close that, and in find by we just need to add the actual XPath. So XPath, we need to provide the XPath. We already have it here. So the XPath is right here. Let's just copy this part, come back to our page, and yes, so this is the first element and the second element. Again, annotation, XPath, and let's provide the actual XPath. Let's copy it from this class, copy and paste. It's gonna be a public web element, and let's name it main button. Okay, so we're done with our file, with our page file. So let's come back to the Google step definitions. So how we can use this file? So first of all, we need to create an object of this Google page. So right here in the step definitions, like outside of our steps, let's create Google page equals to new Google page. This is the first step. And then we just need to call the web elements through this object of the page. So let's say right here the first one. So before we used to work with a driver get driver find element, but we don't need that. So those web elements already stored in our Google page class. So let's type Google page lowercase dot, and we see we have two options, so main button and main input. The first step here is we need to call main input, and then dot send keys iPhone right here. And the second step right here is the Google page dot main button dot click. All right, and rest is about the same. So let's run our code and make sure it works properly. Alright, as you can see, everything works properly. So it means our page object model was set up properly and everything is good. So this is the difference in between regular way and page object model. So in summary, the page object model is a design pattern that brings structure and organization to Selenium automation code. It complements BDD framework by prompting readability, maintainability, and reusability. So if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below. If you like this video, please hit your thumbs up and click that subscribe button. It was GNT Creator, and see you in new videos. Bye bye.